turn the page now, moving on, next chapter of my life, and can't wait to get started in Vegas. So
the new Raiders front office are beginning to put their stamp on this version of the Raiders team. This offseason, a lot of changes were made, releasing some players and bringing new players that they believe can help move the team forward. Most notably, the Raiders released Derek Carr and signed Jimmy Garoppolo. In March, it was announced the Raiders were signing Garoppolo to a 3-year, $72.75 million contract. And fans knew there was something really going on when they pushed back his introductory press conference. And there was a lot of speculation. People had no idea what was going on, but they said something's definitely happening behind the scenes. Well, we now know what the holdup was. Jimmy Garoppolo is coming off of an ankle injury from last season. Initially, he wouldn't need surgery for this ankle, but after our team failed physical, we now know Garoppolo had ankle surgery in March after signing with the team. With finding out about Garoppolo's injury, we also learned the Raiders actually added an addendum to his contract. And according to multiple reports, the addendum G allows the team to sign Jimmy even though he failed his physical, with the understanding that they can terminate his agreement for any reason related to the foot injury. So basically, if the season's about to begin and Jimmy G's foot is still not healthy, they can terminate his contract without owing him anything. So it's basically a catch-all for the Raiders. If Jimmy G is able to pass his physical before the beginning of the season, then this addendum will become void. While the Raiders have stated they believe Garoppolo will be fine and expect him to be ready for training camp, why would you put that in there if you didn't expect it? This is classic posture. They're putting it out there with a positive spin on it, saying, oh no, nothing's going on, it's all good. But behind the scenes, they're really saying, oh boy, we got a problem here. So let's just say Jimmy does come back and is not healthy and they decide to waive him. Where do they go from there? Currently on their roster, they have veteran quarterback Brian Hoyer and 2 rookie quarterbacks. So it's safe to say they're not exactly NFL starting caliber QBs. And what's currently out there for the quarterback free agent list, it's not looking good for the Raiders. You're way too far into the game to get anyone that's really good that's still sitting out there. And not to mention the fact, their division is absolutely stacked with quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes. So basically painting the picture, if Jimmy Garoppolo gets waived, the Raiders don't have a lot of good options and they're kind of in trouble. Well, they might be okay actually, because there may be one person available, and he's actually already in the building. After the news of Jimmy Garoppolo's contract release, an offshore betting site released odds for quarterbacks that could replace Jimmy G if he was ultimately cut from the squad. And guess who's at number 1? Tom Brady at 2-1. A few weeks ago, Tom Brady and Raiders owner Mark Davis announced that Brady will be becoming a part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. So would Brady come back for one more year with the Raiders? Well, according to him, there's no shot.
What is your message to those fans, the media, whoever it is that's constantly concocting a way for you to come back?
I'm certain I'm not playing again, so I've tried to make that clear, and I hate to continue to profess that because I've already told people that lots of times, but I'm looking forward to my broadcasting job at Fox next year. I'm looking forward to the opportunity ahead with the Raiders, and we're in the process of that, along with the other different things that I'm a part of professionally and in my personal life, just spending as much time with my kids as I can and seeing them grow up and support the different things that they have going on. And that's a very important job, and I take them all pretty seriously.
Brady's made it clear numerous times that he has been retired, but we've heard this before from Tom, and he's changed his mind, and Tom has also said this.
Tom, it seems to me that physically you can still play, that it's emotional and it's your body can do it, but your heart and your mind have had enough. Would that be accurate?
No, that's not accurate. I think there's a part of me that there's always going to be a part that wants to play and a part of me that, feels like I can play. I think there's just a decision to know that it's the right time. So I think for me, it's more of just, it's going to end at some point, and I think now's the time. And it's not that I can't do it. It's not that I wouldn't want to do it. It's not that I wouldn't be excited to play. I love playing football.
The Raiders situation could actually be ideal for Brady if you wanted to give it one more go. The team is very talented with all-pro receiver Devontae Adams and Pro Bowl running back Josh Jacobs, as well as adding Jacoby Myers and Austin Hooper in the offseason. And most importantly, the system that the Raiders are running is basically Tom Brady's system. Josh McDaniels was his offensive coordinator on the Patriots, and now he's the Raiders head coach. So it wouldn't really be a huge jump because it's the same exact thing he did in the past. I'm sure it's a little bit different, but overall, it's more of the same. While obviously it would be a historic story if he was like a player owner, because if this were to happen, there are still some roadblocks on the way. Mark Davis has agreed to sell part of the team to Brady, but before it's official, 24 out of the 32 owners need to agree to the purchase. And if the owners believe there's a chance Brady can come back, they can put a stipulation in the agreement that Brady must be fully retired. This is all hypothetical, as again, Brady seems firm on his retirement. But it wouldn't be the first time Brady pulled a 180. Let's see what happens.